Hey guys, we are in the middle of a war with Stormwind right now, which, by the way, it's not looking that good, to be honest with you. Wow, what a bunch of attacks out of them. I'm not going to have time to record a recap video when the war is over, but I did want to get some video content out for this war. I thought I might focus on base 19 and some of the attacks that we attempted against it, and I thought I might do a what went wrong video. Sometimes those are my favorite videos. I know when I was trying to learn how to attack, one of the things that was frustrating to me was all I would see are perfect attacks, and then I would go to execute attack and it would not work out and I wouldn't know why. So for me, uh, sometimes looking at attacks that don't work and then having someone explain what didn't go well is one of the most useful things to me. So base 19, it's a base, we've seen bases like this before. They've got this hot box concept where there's a Wiz farm and a Tesla farm inside the same section here. That really is a high priority and needs to be cleared out. We're going to look at 3 different HGHB attacks, which even though we're going to look at 3 fails, I'm going to maintain it was a great army to use against this base. When you're dealing with a hotbox situation, you really want to get your giants and your boulders raged into that section pretty quickly. So I would have proposed an entry point either here or here, and we're going to see those entry points both used. For me, this is personally, I think this is the preferred entry point because I'm going to get that right away, and the bow is close enough to the wall here that I expect I'm going to get that bow taken care of. Plus, I think the bowlers in their first rage or 2 are probably going to take care of 2, if not 3 air defenses, which are the main threat to the healers. So there's a lot going on that I really like that entry point in on the side, but I think it can work on the top as well. We're going to start here with Biao making his attack, and he's got a decent enough idea. He's got some giants coming in. You know, he released them in slightly different parts, and so he's got one giant heading up towards the cannon, some giants heading up towards what's going to be the Tesla now that's popped. A little bit of a weird separation. That's okay. I'm immediately concerned that I see 2 wall breakers. If you've watched my video on the tutorial on the HGHB, you know I like to use the time that the giants are beating on the wall to set the funnel. So he sends those wall breakers in, he busts that wall open right away. So the wall's open, and the giants are heading in, which means now it's definitely time to release the queen and the bowlers behind. However, we don't have the funnel set yet, so we can't do that. So now come the funnel troops, which are arguably what we should have gotten down immediately after the giants. We have a rage down on the giants, and I know there's a lot of people in chat talking about how great raged giants are for beating through walls, and they're super terrific. But you really want those bowlers raged to clear away all the defenses behind the giants. And then our further problem is we have a baby dragon out of the CC, and we still haven't released the queen. And so what you're going to see here, because the bowler release was so late and the queen release was amazingly late, super late. I mean, it's just, I think, forgotten. This baby dragon is just teeing off. It's just teeing off. I've got loons teeing off. I've got baby dragons teeing off. Finally, the poison takes out the baby dragon. Now the queen comes out, but because the funnel wasn't prepared, I've got the queen going one way, I've got 2 bowlers going another way, I've got remnants of healers protecting 2 giants or 3 giants, and a bowler going the other way. The air defense has not been taken care of and is continuing to shoot at the healers. So this for me is early wall breakers before we were ready. The funnel wasn't set. The bowlers were late. The queen was unbelievably late. And still, the power of this attack, and good hog release and a good heal there. Let me give Biao some credit for that. Almost a clear. Almost a clear all in all. It's going to make it up to a very high percentage on this base, even with those early mistakes and the things that didn't go quite as I would have hoped. You know, the double giant release, the early wall breakers before the funnel was set, the late bowlers, the super late queen, the rage that missed most of the bowlers when it mattered. And so there we go. That one ended. That was a 93% against 19, right? Very close. I mean, you fix any one of those 3 problems, and that's a clear for sure. Let's look at Jay Birch against the very same base. Right? Here comes Jay Birch. I don't have any wall breakers here, which makes me happy. He starts with the baby dragon up north, which, yeah, it's a popular choice. A lot of people like the baby dragon. You know, I'm a hater, but what can I say? I'm a grumpy old man. So baby dragon's in. We've got giants here. This is perfectly fine. We've talked about this before. I don't mind this path. That's a perfectly fine path. Giants are going to get there. And there they go. They're cruising in. Um, they're coming in. Not my favorite entry point, but that should be fine. Now, here we have Wiztopia. What is that? 8 whiz, 9 whiz down, and they're all on a single point. This is not, you don't need to funnel out the object that's on the path to where you're going. This is a breadcrumb that Hansel and Gretel can follow to get to the promised land. Okay? This is what you needed to take care of. Possibly if you're going to put a wizard down right now, possibly put a wizard down here. I don't offhand know what the range of this wizard tower is. Yeah, you can get a wizard down there. Now that the cannon's distracted, if you're going to put anything down, I would have suggested a wizard down over here just to take care of that hut. But you used up all of your wizards killing something that didn't need to be killed, and on top of it, you left yourself 0 cleanup troops. And you need those cleanup troops to take care of the outside garbage that the bowlers and the giants pass by on this attack. So the giants head in. The queen could have been a little bit earlier. The bowlers definitely could have been earlier. And as a result, the first defense goes down. The bowlers no longer all have that same target. So we get 2 wandering around the outside towards that hut I told you I didn't like. Good first rage. And the queen is raged up and taking care of the baby dragon. We missed the poison. The poison should have been out. At least one poison should have already been out by now. So it was a missed poison here. Good 2 rages. I really like the rages on both of those. It's good work. You can see this double farm has been demolished now. So a lot of good going along here. The couple bowlers that went along the side did die out from the wizard factory. And here we have something I really am not a fan of with this attack. We did a double finger drop on the hogs. Nothing was that they're targeting was really targeting anything that was soaking up monster defense. I really would prefer to see these hogs trickled in instead of in such big groups. If they run over a double giant bomb or if they hit a spring, you're going to see so many of them lost. It's going to work out okay in this case, but we do have the queen now teeing off on a hog. That's a hog dead. That's almost a hog dead, hog dead. The queen's just taking out hogs. Attack's going to go on. Even when the heal, the queen can take a hog down even if it's inside a heal, and now the hogs aren't even inside a heal, and queen just took out her 4th hog. 4th hog. And so hogs just going down from the queen. They were really early, not sprinkled in. If I had another 4 hogs, I could have dropped 2 on the cannon right now and 2 on the archer tower from up north. Shorter path, no queen resistance. So Crazy Wiz didn't save any for cleanup. Look at all this trash that's left. Oh man, if I had 2 or 3 wizards right now. All the trash. So Crazy Wiz didn't save any for cleanup. Could have been faster on the boulders and kept more of them in the same place. Grouped those hogs together was not a very good move at all. And all that said, 97%. Again, fixing I think any one of those things would have resulted in a clear. And let's take another look at 19. This one's a 99%, almost got there. And I'm not trying to rub anything in. I hope this is helpful. I really found it helpful to look at failed attacks when I was learning a new attack strategy. We got a jump spell here. Listen, sometimes up high on high bases you see us bring a jump spell because we're trying to jump over lava walls. There is nothing in this base that deserves the respect of a jump spell. I am a jump hater. Even jump neutral people and pro jump people. I mean, this is probably not a base that deserves a jump. I would have much rather seen a double rage here for the HGHB attack you're about to unleash. Let's see, I think you're going to start up top, right? Let's get it started here. Here we go. Giants down, healers behind. Without doing some funneling. Here we go. They're going to come. They're going to take care of some buildings. Again, would have loved to see 1 wizard on that hut below. Would have loved to see 1 wizard here for the funnel, but that's okay. The giants are through the wall. That means it's time for the queen and the bowlers. Zap was worried about that hut, which to me shows a lot of forethought and intelligence and care. I really appreciated that. So he put the king down on those huts. But then the bowler drop behind. Is that a misclick? I feel like that must have been a misclick because I definitely want the bowlers in behind the giants. And so now we've got the bowlers behind the king, which is interesting. The queen is now finally coming along. I think she might have been forgotten as well. Great poisons down on that CC. Great poisons down on the CC. But over here, the bowlers are getting eaten up by a wizard tower. The king's getting attacked. The giants aren't in front of them. The bowlers do a little bit of damage. I mean, they're doing good damage. They're doing good damage. But now they've lost their shields. Up here, the giants are crushing along. There's a queen there. It's not doing great DPS. I mean, it kind of worked out better than it might have because the king was doing a little bit of tanking for the bowlers that were DPS down south, and then the giants were doing tanking for the queen, which is DPS up north. But at the end of the day, the king died out from the south, and at the end of the day, the queen couldn't keep up with the giants up north. And then we had a group hog release as well instead of the trickle in. And so all that put together, if those bowlers had been up north behind the giants, I'm confident this would have been a clear if the spell selection had been different. So we had a double rage instead of that jump spell that didn't really do us any good, then I'm confident this also would have been a clear. So for me, this was weird bowler placement, late queen, wrong spell selection. But other than that, I mean, you can see almost a clear 99%, just one little structure left in the middle there to take care of. So that's just my view on maybe what could have been done differently on that base. Finally, we'll take a look at a clear on 19. And it is, of course, an HGHB. So let's see how John Spock does it here. So he's going to go at the entry point I love, right in there at the hot pocket. He's got the healers behind, and look at him. Oh, I love it. See, oh, I've got to pause the video. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Already I'm in love because my man's not rushing, right? He's not sending wall breakers in. He's got those giants. They've got healers on them. They're taking damage. He's not worried. He's taking his time with the funnel. Now the giants are through the wall. This is the point where I would like to see, he a little more worried about the funnel, but it's time for the queen. This is me saying queen, queen, queen. Here's the king, here's the queen, and now it's time for a rage. There's the rage. 2 rage, 2 heal, by the way, which is the right spell selection. Queen goes in. Most of the bowlers go in. They're raged up. As predicted, the Expo falls. 1 air defense falls. The other air defense is going to fall. There's 1 air defense left. The queen's going to migrate over and get it before it does any damage to the healers. Early heal up on those bowlers, which, you're allowed to use a heal if you see bowlers in trouble. They're not going to make it, but you're allowed to use that heal if the bowlers are in trouble. Oh, one of them did. And so now we've got the giants up there with a rage on them, which is a good move because the bowler hopefully is going to come across and get in that rage as well. They're coming through. Our funnel baby dragon is still up. That's a surprise. And now 3 hogs. 3 hogs as he sees those defenses are focused on the giants. He's got 4 giants, 4 hogs left in the bag, which I love. He's got 2 cleanup wizards left in the bag, which I love. Look at these. He's taking his time with these hogs. No rush on the hogs. A heal for the hogs, heal for the giants. 2 more hogs trickling in. This was the right entry point, decent funnel, good bowler release, good queen release, good poison, trickled hogs with the cleanup wizards. And he makes it look so easy. He's got extra time. He's got an extra ability. I don't think he needed one of those last spells. Great clear for John Spock. So this is the iterations, the path to clearing base 19 HGHB. I hope this was useful to some of you.